This comment was made by Valery Potihonchenko, who acted as a kind of ambassador on behalf of us Earthlings. Meanwhile, we'll continue the live broadcast.
We're continuing the live broadcast from the village of Kujlevka, where first contact took place. An interstellar contact, you might say. You can see what a long line there is. People are waiting. Why are you standing in this line, young man?
Just out of habit, you know. Everyone's lined up, so why wouldn't I get in line too?
I see. Excuse me, sir. What do you expect from the encounter with the aliens?
I was sent here by the watch factory. Our production line has completely collapsed. The screws for the watch mechanisms haven't been delivered for 2 months now. You know, the really tiny ones. Our old supplier is stalling. They've run out of steel anyway. I want to ask for a batch of screws, I guess. I'm broke as hell. They paid me with this Chinese jacket instead of my paycheck. So I figured maybe somebody wants it. It's a little too hot for it right now. So I'd be willing to sell it for $40.
Interesting. We even have a man in uniform here. What brings you here, sir?
Well, like that gentleman, I'm here on official business. Someone has hijacked 2 tanks from a unit, and we're trying to figure it out. You know, maybe they saw something from up there. Who knows? So, yeah, I came here for some aerial recon.
Understood. And what are you waiting for, miss?
Oh, not much. Now that prices have skyrocketed and my son is coming back from the army, I wanted to get him a Japanese tape deck.
These are the kinds of requests our people have been coming to our extraterrestrial visitors with.
Thanks, Sergei. Meanwhile, a letter from a certain Baba Vanga just came in from Bulgaria. The Bulgarian retiree expresses frustration at the fact that the line in front of her house has moved to Kujlevka. The soothsayer accuses the people of Kujlevka of fraud and claims that the flying saucer is a fake.
Good morning.
Before you ask, yes, the expert is here. He just got really excited as soon as he saw it on the way here. I reckon he's been looking for this thing his whole life. He'll be fine.
Here's some anti-fainting medicine.
Whoa, I was expecting water.
Feeling any better, Vladimir?
No, not at all. Oh, I never dared to dream I'd see something like this up close. Okay, tell me everything you know about it.
No, not just everything. You can enter it at your own risk, or put something in it and then it'll put a twist on it. In short, its reactions are tricky and unpredictable, so we try to be selective with who we let in, but they don't want to reveal themselves.
They don't communicate with us directly. Some kind of module has attached itself to Valery's TV and now it functions as
like a receptionist at a factory. Well, I'm talking about the TV, so I guess Valery is kind of like the factory manager.
Basically, yeah.
Well, that's fine. Can you give me some examples of their activities?
I was completely bald, but now I've got more hair than John Travolta. It's all thanks to the flying saucer.
So it's a kind of wish fulfillment device, I think. It seems like they want to find out who they're dealing with through our dreams and desires. It's likely that even as they crashed, their technology allows them to maintain their defenses inside the saucer with little to no effort, while they repair everything or as they wait to be rescued by their own kind. But since they're here, I guess they might as well find out what they're dealing with. Outer space is kind of like the outskirts of Leningrad late at night, you know? Like, if you make yourself known to the wrong person, you're done for.
How can you prove to them that they won't be done for if they stay here with us?
But are you really sure that they wouldn't be done for? Well, choose who you let inside carefully. That's all you can do. Let's see here. Philosophers, writers, poets should definitely come here. Oh, and scientists, of course. Now there can be no doubt that ufology is a legitimate science. So from today onwards, well, I am most certainly a scientist now. Yes. Oh, absolutely, and we shouldn't waste any time either, since you've already attracted public attention. Don't worry, my intentions are crystal clear. I mean, I've dedicated my entire life to this. I'm really the only person you can trust. God help me.
Will someone ask them about that?
If this is really what I think it is, the thing that I've always dreamed about, oh my goodness. Can you give me some examples of their activities? Whoa, 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 oh my goodness.
That's dangerous. Put it on the table and
Don't touch it.
Nobody should know about this. You understand? Nobody. I mean, this is several times more dangerous than the saucer itself. And in fact, I had better take this back to our research institute.
You talking about some kind of garage or a basement? No, you're not taking it anywhere. Too dangerous. Let me put a couple of bullets into it just in case.
Stop! What if a black hole opens? I mean, we need to put it back inside. Humanity it's not ready yet. Okay, I understand this now. Ask them to open it. Come on!
You can only go in once.
Right, so, I'm going to have to take a few pictures, and then I'm going to rush them over to a particular editorial office that I work really well with right away. There. Now they won't be able to cover it up no matter how hard they try. All right, everybody, stay here.
Do you see the globe on the table? Take it with you. Maybe it can tell you where they came from. What if they got lost and drifted here like those soldiers on a barge? Remember that story from the 60s?
I'll try to find out. But first, hopefully I can manage to break through this crowd.
Oh yeah, as for the crowd, I think we can slowly start to let people in. It seems like it's not just the locals now. Comrades, we kindly ask you to come in an organized fashion and stay in line. You were here first, yes? Come on in.
Hello.
Hello.
Amazing. Just unbelievable. So this thing grants wishes, huh?
Yes, just a little interview first. What if your wish is to spit acid, for example? It's nothing personal, but we have to be careful. There are certain people we'd prefer not to let in there.
My last name's Dorokhov, and I'll be completely honest with you. I've always known that thieves and bandits should be held accountable, comrades. It's a priori, so to speak, a biblical truth. That's the way I was raised. We're being demonized all over the place nowadays, but I'll tell you this. Is there a single point in the history of Russia when we were left in peace? Yep, I spent my whole childhood as a young pioneer. You remember that? And if you take a look at some Western countries like East Germany or Hungary, we betrayed them, and they betrayed us too. But this is a very complicated question, yet to be figured out. That's exactly what I'm getting at. This is the main point. Neglect, excesses on the lower levels of the government. That's trivial. What really matters is that there's no more state ideology anymore. That's what we really need. We're done with the old one, but no one's invented a new one yet. We need to lift the people up somehow. What have we been offered? The opportunity to get rich? That can't be an ideology. Look out the window. What do you see? Rampant banditry, bribery, pure lawlessness. Think about it. But if we just made a little effort... As for achievements, we're doing everything we can. That's the second point. But we're unable to keep it up. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. But where does this formula lead to? There. There lies the key to the issue. A significant number of people pursue their own interests, and it seems it's all in accordance with the law. Ask our dear friends from the United States. They keep making these ridiculous movies. And our boys, simple Russian guys, go to the movie theatre. They just line up to watch the next Die Hard, to watch them mow down Soviet people in those films. That's the problem. Take America, for instance. Someone has to put an end to it right now. Back in my day, did we watch those kind of movies? Nope. And the disorder? Well, it didn't come in a single day. You might not like my answers. I know, I'm raising some complicated issues here, but the world is really complicated, and we need to face the truth, because not everything is straightforward. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Just think about it. What? What are you even talking about? Have you ever fought in a war? Well, judging from your age, I'd say you probably have. Well, we need to give a stern warning to the enemies of the motherland. This happens all the time. And these people have already drawn the dagger. Well, you'll find out. Watch out, we might just snap your heads clean off. Just you wait and see.
Finally, a no-bullshit guy came knocking at our door. Maybe even an ex-KGB man. And you treat him like this.
What kind of no bullshit guy is he exactly? He's some kind of despot in the making. People like that should get kicked out as soon as they open their mouths. Come on, Stepan, let the next one in.
There's a military man further down the line. Afghanistan, apparently.
Maybe we should be a little more cautious with the, servicemen from now on?
What are you talking about? He's missing a leg. I think he just wants it back. You, yes. Come in, please.
Wow. Would you look at that? Hello, comrades. My name is Sergei.
Afghan?
Yep, I did my duty. But when I came back, the country I'd grown up in was gone. Just like my leg. I've been working on something. Even drew up a blueprint for it. I've invented a fundamentally new kind of wheelchair. I imagine it could be of use to you as well. Anywho, I'd like to ask them to make my device for all the disabled folks out there so they can go to the movies, take a walk in the park, go to the store, you name it. I mean, we don't have any ramps, right? Guys like me don't have a lot of options in my town. And whatever we used to have has already been hauled away for scrap. You should really put a ramp on your porch, by the way. I overheard what you said about servicemen. I don't really appreciate that. Have you served in the army yourself?
No, but... Hey, you got me all wrong. You see, the guy who came in before you, well... He was quite a character, to put it mildly. I'm sorry, it was a poor choice of words.
Keep in mind that no one else has ever been exploited as brazenly as us, so I guess I was expecting a better reception. I came here with a pretty modest request, after all. You think your flying saucer can help me? Should I go inside, or should I shove the blueprint in there? Well, I'll come in too. Maybe they'll need some advice. I guess this is the DIY approach?
We're gonna need, like, 20 wheelbarrows to haul all this junk away. Ah, crap. Let's make a note. No more engineers. Next. Hey, look who's here. Mrs. Apollo.
Mrs. Apollo, Mrs. Apollo, Mrs. Apollo, Mrs. Apollo. How's it going, Mrs. Popolo?
It's Apollo. You've been hanging around here for 6 years and you still haven't learned my name yet.
Geez, sorry about that.
So, how's all this going? My health is just fine, Sonny. I'll outlive you all. Folks who've been through what I've been through either die right away or live a long life.
Mrs. Apollo, there's no need to tell the aliens about the gulag.
What? Are you scared they'll get the wrong idea about your beloved commies? I'm sick and tired of everything. I want them to take me with them. There's nothing more for me here.
But, Mrs. Apollo, everything's just the way you wanted it. We've got democracy, all that stuff. Why would you want to leave now?
It sucks here. This country's going to hell in a handbasket, and you know it. What do I have to come back to? I've got no family, and I'm sick to death of this whole village. I'd rather take my chances with them. Maybe they'll at least show me something interesting.
Well, actually, we're really gonna miss you.
Are you kidding? Yourselves. I'll be back.
I guess they let her on board.
Wouldn't that qualify as negligent homicide?
We could be charged with criminal negligence, so you didn't see anything.
Jeez, what a tough old broad. When she got back from the camp, a couple in the village named their newborn daughter Kujlevka. You know, like a 5-year plan. You should have heard her. She loved nothing more than to scream the 5-year plan just shit the bed at the top of her lungs. I'd probably miss her. Next, please. No shoving, comrades. Oh, wow. Hello.
Could someone finally ask them that very question?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you here to deal with your competitors?
That's not funny.
It's fine. I'm used to jokes. I wanted to ask for a couple of cartons of Dunhills. We went to Italy in '83 on a certain matter. And I liked them a lot. But back then, you couldn't get cigarettes like that here. These days, we kind of have it all, but I just couldn't afford them.
Look, maybe you'd rather ask them about...
Ah, that's what I thought.
And I could tell you right away, that's what you thought. But that's not actually why I'm here.
Doesn't looking for confirmation from them contradict the very idea of faith?
Yes, it does. So I have no intention of seeking confirmation from them. I don't need any confirmation from anyone. I need help with a rather mundane issue. Please, look away. Here. These are the brands of a wasted past. I wanted to erase them. Will you help me? Or are you just going to keep laughing at me?
Say, that's quite a service record you got there. You should at least let some prison historians take pictures of them. I've never seen labor camp tats like those before. There was this old lady, though. She, flew away, but I've never seen her naked, thank God.
I'm glad you managed to change careers. Well, let's give it a try.
As I'm sure you can understand, I'd appreciate it if what happened here could stay here. All the best, and God bless you.
No one had any questions about God after all. By the way, I was up all night, so I turned on the TV and Travelers Club was on. It was an episode about Sicily. Apparently, their coffee shops have tip jars on every table. Why don't we do the same thing here? It'll all be on a voluntary basis, only for those who can afford it. That Baba Vanga lady from Bulgaria takes a lump of sugar for her services too. What's the harm? As long as it's voluntary, of course.
That Baba Vanga of yours doesn't seem to fit too well with the whole there's nothing deal.
Well, I mean, I look great for a 68-year-old. I just need to get used to it.
Oh, you'll get used to it. Take care, Agrippina.
Whew, what a tough day. What, nobody tossed anything into the jar? Well, never mind.
Well, some people brought presents. And vodka.
Anyway, there's still a line outside, and it's not getting any shorter. Folks just keep coming and coming. But the presents are great, especially the ones you can eat and drink. I'll say this much. Take a slice of dark bread, some onion, some salt, a little oil, the smelly, unrefined kind. Drip it on the bread and add a glass of vodka. And you're the happiest guy in the world. No need for any UFOs. No need for all kinds of people barging in, wishing for stuff. Well, cheers.
So, I want to apologize. There's a bit of a problem. Mikhail had a hearty helping of that vodka and, how should I put it? Well, he's blind now. So, how do you cure him now? They only let you in once. I wasn't myself. Can you guys forgive me? I don't touch vodka anymore. I'm sober now. I guess it was a hint from the universe telling me to quit drinking. I do. Well then, to world peace.